Hey there, tubers. Redneck Brian here. Notice anything different on the side of my engine here? Yeah, the whole oil filter bracket's all taken off. I'll show you what I did to it. Considering from the last video, I was actually trying to get it off of vice grips. That didn't really work. So here it is. That's the old piece. It came out. I stuck it in the vise, and with some channel locks actually I used, and it twisted right out perfectly fine. And there's a new one already installed. Didn't even have to tap it. So here it is. Actually the gasket's still good. There's a little check ball. It's just sitting in that socket right there. So this gets discarded. Don't even know if that thing even works. It's looking for a wrench. I'm gonna quickly tighten this thing up a little bit. There you go. One up there. I'll show you it. There we go. That's on there. So I stick my oil line in the top of it, but I'm probably going to end up putting this back on right now without the oil line, and then I obviously just can't start this thing up until I get that new piece mounted, and I'll just leave enough slack in the line running up the front, and so I can put the dash back on. Just can't run it, so not a big deal. And yeah, it's in there. It's screwed in perfectly fine. The same threads and everything. It's almost like it was designed to do this. I don't know if it was, but it was like it was. This is going to need some silicone, like I said. Looks like it was leaking oil a little bit at one time. It's hard to say. But yeah, it's going to work, and it's going to work really nice, and that's done. So I ended up having to do an oil change. Got the oil pan under there. And I have another part before this. I don't know if I'm going to upload it or not, just use this part. But there it is on the engine. So that's clean, which is good. The little check ball has to go back in there, and the gasket holds that. So I don't know how I'm going to put this all back together yet. Let's use the old gasket and some silicone or what. I haven't decided yet. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this. I was going to use this bottom port right here, like I was talking about in the last video, but if I don't upload that video, but there's not enough clearance. There's a clearance issue, and to the bottom of the engine, I don't want any oil lines underneath the engine, so I'm most likely not going to do that, and just leave this one plugged. And I'm just going to get ready to bolt this back on, make sure this is tight, leave that fitting like that. I don't know if I'm going to fill the engine back up with oil or not yet. Maybe wait until I get the front end on and get the spot for the oil sensor determined. I got to unravel the cord on it, the hose I got with it, see how much hose I got. I got an extra one in the shop from the Honda, so I might just unravel it, see how much hose I actually have. I'll have to run it across, up, try to avoid the heat from the muffler and the spark plugs, up to the hood and back, but I gotta leave enough slack in it so the hood will open and close, and so I drill a couple holes in the hood and screw it down. It's not that hard. So yeah, that's it for this for now. I might get this piece put on now, because I can do everything else with it in place. It's not that hard to, but I just won't put oil in the engine yet, because I'm gonna show you this. It drained out all the oil. Motor's bone dry, and oil filters right there. The oil filter's still okay. It's last year's oil filter, but they barely ran this thing last year, so that filter has barely any use on it. I'll just reseal it with a little bit of oil around the O-ring there, and it should be fine. Oops, shit. Got oil on my new hat. I don't want to do that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And I'll talk to everyone later. Keep it redneck, and please subscribe and comment. And have a great day.